Well, good Monday morning to you, and welcome to our Monday morning live edition of Healthy Living South Mississippi. Live healthy, be healthy. Jim Tabor, along with Drs. Jim and Janine Fox.
Morning.
Y'all enjoy your week off?
We did.
Sure. Well, good. Good. Well,
Rested and ready to go.
Rested and ready to go. Well, last week, of course, the show was pre-recorded. We talked about blood pressure. So if you had any questions regarding blood pressure, any problems that you're having, call us, 896-0713, 800-349-0713. Sorry.
That.
Bam. Yes. But so give us a call regarding blood pressure. But this is Open Line Monday. So if you have questions regarding any kind of health issues, please feel free to give us a call. And pass the question along to our operator. You can ask your question live or
either way.
Just either way.
Yeah,
there you
totally
go.
up to you.
But yeah, here's a funny thing to kick off with.
All right.
What?
I didn't get a chance to talk to y'all about this first, but I like going through in the morning time online and looking at some of the different health issues people are dealing with. And one thing I can guarantee you, in 2 years, we have never covered.
I'll tell you what.
Hemorrhoids.
Yeah,
I think we did, didn't we?
Did we?
We might have talked about it, but there is no doubt we see a lot of people that come in with that because it's a common problem.
It is. A lot of people have problems with hemorrhoids, and things that can contribute to it are like lifting heavy objects,
Right.
Straining too much. Those of you that overindulge going to the gym,
Right. Constipation actually tends to make it worse.
Constipation, or even sitting down too long on the toilet waiting and trying to force or whatever. And the gravity and everything is not real good on your veins. Well, I mean, they're swollen blood vessels, aren't they?
Veins, actually.
They're veins, and they get very weak. So I always say they're weak veins, and that's why they bulge.
Yeah.
And so, and we do have a product that is so good for hemorrhoids. I mean, we have people that can't believe how well it works. Well, actually, we have two now because we have two different brands, and they're very similar products. One's called Diavask, and one's called Diazmin HMC. They both have the two same ingredients in it. One just has a little bit different delivery system. But they make a world of difference. They're used not only for hemorrhoids, but they're also used for varicose veins.
Right.
They're,
well, anytime
circulation.
When you talk about, we always talk about red flags. Okay, things that are red flags for you, and the hemorrhoid is a red flag. That you've got weak veins, okay, or you've overexerted and done the wrong things. You're doing something wrong. So it's a red flag that you need to pay attention to. And like she said, a lot of times the digestive issues, the constipation, which is, rampant nowadays.
Which goes back to your diet.
And even some people start with pregnancy.
Yeah.
So of course, being pregnant,
right.
you just put so much stress and it weakens those vessels, and it's hard to get them back to where they're strong again.
Right.
So we see it a lot after women have been pregnant.
But the Diazmin is, like she said, that we have so many people that take the Diazmin, and once they get on it, they say, "Ooh."
I mean, it makes a huge difference.
Huge.
Yeah.
And you can tell a difference pretty quick is the good thing. Some things takes months of taking to see a difference. Actually, this does not. It takes just maybe a week or two.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Anyway, great way to kick off the show. Do you think we'd usually put that on the tail end? But
no pun intended, right?
Exactly. Donald from Biloxi on the phone with us this morning. Good morning, Donald. What's your question for the doctors?
I was trying to see, can I get some more?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You need to turn down your TV if you would, Donald, because there's a little bit of a delay there, and that's going to kind of mess up what you're listening to. So turn down your TV and just listen on the phone.
I haven't turned it down.
Okay. Go ahead. What's your question?
I was trying to see, can I get some medical or appearance with my condition?
What condition is that?
I got it's not a rash. It's something like they call, well, something like a bad rash or whatever.
A berry rash?
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Skin problems are really hard without looking at them.
Yeah, that's something you got to see.
So it's really hard to see. If you'll come by our store, we'll be happy to look at it for you. And if we can't help you, we can send you to the tell you where you can go, maybe to a dermatologist or something. Right. But come by and we'll be happy to look at it for you, because it's really hard to tell something like that just by,
describing it over the
Over
the phone.
Thank you.
All right, 896-0713 or 800-349-0713. This is Open Line Monday, so whatever question you might have regarding whatever kind of health issue you may have. you can pass that along to us this morning. But so,
and like we said, to him, you can come by any time, and we don't charge for a consultation. So you can just come by if you have something like that to look at.
And you don't need an appointment.
And if we don't think we can help you, we'll definitely send you to someone that we think can. We refer a lot of people to other doctors when they come in, and it's something that we don't do. So just if you need to, stop by any time, and we'll be happy to talk to you.
A lot of people just aren't real sure. Okay, what do I do next?
Yeah, what do I do with this? And we have many people that come in, and we have to send them out. A lot of times it might be something that, if it is something like a rash that may be a yeast problem, which we see a lot of, then yes, diet changes, and we have things, probiotics, things that kill yeast, the AF essentials. There's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, we've talked about yeast infections.
Oh, a lot of we see a lot of yeast problems. We lived in a hot, moist area.
Yes.
So hot moisture makes fungus. And even in you. And so we see a lot of people's diet nowadays making more yeast problems too. We were just listening to something this weekend that was talking about how there is so much fungal overgrowth in people nowadays. And one reason is almost everybody is on a low dose antibiotic all the time because they're eating meat, and all that meat has antibiotics. So unless you're getting organic meat, you're actually probably taking a low-dose antibiotic. And antibiotics kill off all your beneficial bacteria, which then allows yeast to grow and kind of go crazy.
And that's why it's good for you to get on, and they have some different probiotics that they do have at the store that you can get on. My wife and I, we both take just, on a regular basis. We take one every day.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, well, okay, I only need it if I had an antibiotic. And some of the research, on that, if you've had an antibiotic within the past 2 years, you're in serious need of some stuff, okay? Because it takes sometimes up to 2 years to get the gut straightened back out after an antibiotic therapy. So, there people say, oh, you don't need those probiotics. Oh, yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
I mean, truly every day.
Okay. 896-0713, 800-349-0713. It is Open Line Monday here on your Monday morning live edition of Healthy Living South Mississippi. Live healthy, be healthy. We'll be right back. And welcome back to our Monday Morning Live Edition. I'm Jim Tabor, along with Drs. Jim and Janine Fox. We're taking your phone calls here on Open Line Monday. And on the phone right now, Barbara from Escataba. Good morning, Barbara. What is your question for the doctors?
I have diabetes, and I have a lot of problems with my legs. The doctor gives me gabapentin, and I was wondering if this would help with circulation in my legs.
You talking about the gabapentin?
No, the
diazepam.
Yeah.
Yes, it can. Actually, it is used, a lot of the research is for circulation, so it definitely helps with circulation.
As a matter of fact, a quick little story. A fellow that came into our store a couple of years ago, he had been on a flight to South America. When he got off the plane down there, he had a DVT, or deep vein thrombosis, was treated down there, and they treated him with a blood thinner and diazepam. Of course, when he got back to the United States, he looked for diazepam, and he couldn't find it, and he finally stumbled in airplanes.
In other countries, it's a prescription medication, and it is a natural product. It is a flavonoid, but in other countries, it is used as a prescription medication for circulation, vessels, strength of veins, things like that. So yeah, definitely, and also control your blood sugar. That's one of the main things. If you're diabetic, if you control that sugar better, then you'll help all your problems. So we always say dietary changes are essential if the sugar's not controlled.
Correct.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Lisa from Van Cleve is on the phone now. Good morning, Lisa. What's your question for the doctors?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My husband has been diagnosed with Lyme disease.
Okay.
And I saw online this new cure, possibly, colloidal silver. And they detox. They have a heavy metal detox also, and something to kill yeast. And I was wondering, do you carry any of this?
We do. We actually have all of it. Now, I don't know that I would call it a cure, because Lyme disease is really hard, but it's definitely used for Lyme, and it is good at helping, keep it down. And it depends on how long, if it's chronic Lyme or if it's acute Lyme. Depends on exactly what it is. But we do have the colloidal silver, and ours is a pharmaceutical grade, which has very small particles, so it's much more absorbable. We also have things to kill fungus. We also have the heavy metal detoxifications. We have all that. So if you come by, we'll show you what we have. There's a lot of other things. There's even a type of cat's claw that has a lot of research specifically for Lyme, and we do have that as well.
Oh, good.
Yep.
How soon can I get to your office? I can get there today.
We'll be there today.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
10 o'clock.
We'll be there right after the show. rush home and get our dogs, and then we go to the store. So we'll be there right after 10, and then we'll be there till 5:30.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I'll see you
All
today.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Lisa.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, the time, of course, that they're there, 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 on Saturdays. Jim and Janine are there Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And Dr. Bull is there from Monday through Friday.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
It is Monday.
Monday,
It is
right,
Monday.
yeah.
See, y'all miss a week and I'm just all
Yeah.
messed up.
Everything happens.
But going back to what we talked about last week on blood pressure and the importance of keeping it under control.
Yeah, we talked a lot about last week
Yeah.
doing lab work to see if there's an underlying problem that's contributing to it. Because I always say, if there is an underlying problem, that's what you want to work on. Definitely, if you fix underlying problems, sometimes it will go away.
Typically, there's something, that's underlying that's causing it. It's kind of the first sign that something's not quite right in the body when the pressure starts going up, so you really want to pay attention to that one.
All right. We have Christina from Pascagoula on the phone now with a question. Good morning, Christina. What's your question for the doctors?
Hey, I have my husband. He is 31 years old,
Okay.
and we've been going to the doctors as much as we can because we don't have any insurance or anything, so we can't get much help. But we've been going to the doctors, and he has he paralyzes for like 10 seconds. His hands go out; they go numb. His back spazzes up really bad, and I'm constantly up all night, 2 to 3 hours, every 2 to 3 hours, massaging him. He'll wake up out his sleep with this nagging pain. And I don't know what else to do.
Probably the best thing to do is gather up anything that has been done on him.
Any blood work, yeah.
Any blood work, any imaging. If they've done a CT scan, anything they've done, get copies of it and bring it to us. There's no charge, like we said, to talk to us. And what we'll do is we'll look at what they've already done, and we may need to do some more lab work. And we do lab work a lot less expensive, so we can do more lab work, and because it doesn't cost as much. So we don't deal with insurance.
Okay.
And so we do it very inexpensive, and then we can do what we need to do. But we don't want to keep repeating stuff they've already done. So just get everything that they've had done on him already, and then bring it to us. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. 896-0713, 800-349-0713. Those are our phone lines if you wish to call in and ask the doctors a question directly, or you can pass it along to our operator. Should be glad to take your question and pass it along too. So.
Yep.
Yes. Well, like we were talking about before, Christina there about the blood pressure, like I say, that's a sign that something's not right in the body. So, that's a time to start paying attention. It's not that you're really deficient in the blood pressure medication, it's that something else is not right.
And in today's world, a lot of it is being overweight.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that being overweight increases blood pressure. Stress increases blood pressure. Vitamin D deficiency increases blood pressure.
They've done some real good research
Thyroid
with
problems.
that, yeah.
I mean, so like we said, that's why you want to do the lab work and see what's going on. Because
Yeah,
we
just see
see a
what's
lot of
there.
people that come in, they're already on blood pressure medicine, and it's still not controlled.
Well, I was one of them.
Yeah, and it's still not, and so
Yeah.
you have to look and see what else is going on. Instead of just keep adding medication after medication after medication, look for what the problem is.
Yeah.
And then you have to make adjustments to your lifestyle too.
Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
That's one of the
I
big
have a lot
things.
of people that come in and just the diet change, their blood pressure goes down. And they're like, oh my gosh, my blood pressure hasn't been this good in years. And I said, well, it makes a difference on what you eat.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. If you get away from packaged processed foods, if you go to a real food diet,
Right.
even that simple, even if doesn't even matter which foods it is, if
And
you go
quit
to a
running through
real
those
food diet.
drive-throughs and fast food things all the
Yeah.
time.
Exactly.
It may be convenient for you.
That's truly not a real food diet.
No, it's not
I
real
mean,
food.
it may be convenient and easy for you, but
Yeah, if it's in a package, probably shouldn't be eating it. That's
all right.
just the way it goes. Yeah.
Black seed oil, cumin. What do you know about it,
Black
and what can
cumin
it help
seed
you?
oil.
Well,
Or flaxseed oil.
if you go back in the history of it, many, even 1,000 years ago, it was thought to cure everything except death. And that's what they wrote about it. I mean, seriously. But I mean, there's no doubt. It has some really good medicinal properties. There's no doubt about that.
And it's been shown to be beneficial for cardiac too.
Very beneficial
Yeah.
for that. Goes along a lot with your vitamin E family, that kind of thing, your essential fats kind of a thing. So you're using, various the black seed oil has a certain fats in it that are extremely beneficial
and we
for the
do
body.
have the black cumin seed oil that's actually combined with the tocotrienols, which tocotrienols are the family from vitamin E, and they have synergistic effects of working together.
There's not one kind of vitamin E. While she brought that up, there's actually, as we know currently, there's 8. You know, you have your tocopherols, which is, alpha tocopherol is what everybody calls vitamin E. But then there's the betas, the deltas, the gammas, and then we have the tocotrienols. And they're kind of like a subset that not many people know about, not many people talk about. But when combined with like this black seed oil, there's some research on it that looks really, really promising in various areas.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment with our final segment and this week's special. And welcome back. It's our Monday morning live edition.
I say Friday.
We're off
the whole week. I mean,
You have had a hard time today.
I know.
happens.
It's our Monday morning live edition of Healthy Living. Live healthy, be healthy. Jim Tabor, along with Dr. Jim and Janine Fox of Dr. Nutrition. They're located on Cowan Road in Gulfport, just south of Pass Road. Remember where the old Kmart used to be on Pass Road? They are across the street from the old garden center from the Kmart there. So what's the special this week?
Well, we got some new products, 3 of them actually. We got one, which is just a multi-mineral, but it's a very, when you look at minerals, you want in a form that you can easily absorb, and we got that. It's called Mega Minerals. Got all the various minerals in it: calcium, magnesium, etc.
And with summer coming up, we have a lot of people that get minerals to keep from cramping, especially men that work outside. I mean, or men or women that work outside. But we do have a lot of people that come get the minerals during the summer, and we do have that new product, Mega Minerals, that is going to be really good.
And then better, sleep is a real problem with a lot of people, and we've got a new formula. It's called Better Rest Formula, and it's just a combination of things, and it's one of those things that can really help people that are having difficulty with sleep.
It has your relaxants in it and things that help relax, but at the same time it does have melatonin as well, so it's a combination.
Yeah, because we take the best rest.
Right.
Yeah, similar.
It's actually similar,
Very similar.
and it's just a little stronger.
And then we have a chewable probiotic. And a reason for a chewable form, if you think about how we normally get probiotics in our body, we eat food. And so it starts in the mouth, gets the whole digestive tract that way. So it's just a different delivery.
Absorb faster?
Right. And it also
helps populate the whole thing.
Okay.
It also has your digestive enzymes in with it, and it's actually fine for kids.
You can actually use it for
and the kids love it. We've had the kids that have tried it beg their parents for more. And so it does taste good. So the good thing is that it's chewable, but it also tastes good too.
So adults or children can use it, either one.
Adults or it's actually each pill is about 10 billion probiotics. So it's actually a good strong
It's a decent,
But even our infant formula, I mean for infants is 10 billion. A lot of people go out and buy probiotics and they buy, it'll be 100,000 or even 1 billion.
Maybe.
And a lot of times it's not strong enough. And so we actually like pretty strong probiotics. Because probiotics, if you look, the research is coming out, is on just about everything. Brain, heart, overall health, immune system, and weight loss, which is what we're talking about next week.
That's right. That's right. Because we were talking about, it's getting with the weather. Can't make up its mind
what
it
is
wants
already
to
there.
do.
Exactly.
It's already. This coming weekend is supposed to be in the upper 70s.
Yeah.
So we're talking about bathing suit weather and everything. Everybody's thinking about, worried about getting back into those bathing suits this year.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, but like I say, next week should be a really interesting show because we're going to talk about the probiotics, prebiotics, which is something we haven't talked about much, and weight loss.
And foods that you can eat to actually feed your good bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
going to be an interesting
it's going to be interesting, and talk about some of the research that's coming out on it. It's kind of amazing, the research that's showing that without the right probiotics, you actually can't lose weight.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
True.
There's a lot coming out.
Like I say, it's going to be a really interesting show next week.
We'll talk about that next week.
Okay. Get rolling.
We have to have something to talk about next week.
All right, 896-0713, 800-349-0713. We've got about maybe 5 minutes left of this week's show. So if you have a question for the doctors regarding anything, any health issue that you or someone may have that you want to ask them about, please feel free to give us a call.
It's been interesting so far with the black seed oil and that kind of.
Yeah, because I'll admit, when I saw it, was that supposed to be flaxseed oil?
No.
Because
there is flaxseed oil, but the black seed oil is quite. Like I say, if you look back in antiquity, it was talked about from cured everything but death.
Wow.
So.
Donna from Moss Point is on the phone with us now. Good morning, Donna. What's your question for the doctors?
Good morning.
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 I was diagnosed with severe nerve damage in my leg,
Okay.
and so now they classify it as neuropathy and have placed me on gabapentin. My question is there a treatment for damaged nerves? I've asked my doctor, and he just said to increase the gabapentin, and I told him I know if I take too many of those, I won't be waking up to take any more. So.
Right. Now, gabapentin is for nerve pain, so
Yeah.
it's actually more for the pain of having the nerve damage.
There's a lot of things that help the nerves to regenerate and heal. I mean, the nerves are very tough to heal anyhow.
They are very slow.
Very
It's
slow.
not an instant.
But there's quite a few nutrients, that are very specific, if you will, to the nerves and nerve supply. One of the best ones that we've got it's actually an amino acid, a very strange amino acid called inosine. Has helped a lot of people with a lot of the neuropathies.
And it actually helps with repairing the nerve. We also have a product called Neurochondria.
Right.
And if you look, it's a combination of your methylated B12, methylated folate, CoQ10, or lipoic acid. There's been definitely some research on some compounds that can help. Like I said, nerves are very slow though. I always tell people, don't expect it to be instant.
No.
And it might take a long time. But you should start seeing some benefit over a couple months. But it's really slow for nerves. But there is something that you can try to help.
But yeah, and the thing that you want to do, Don, is I think you have the right idea. If you just take more gabapentin, it's not going to really get me anywhere. But if you just start the process of making the changes, and we'll be glad to help you with all that. As far as mapping you out a change that you can start doing on a daily basis to start the whole body healing better, and especially that nervous system.
All right, thank you for your call, Donna.
Thanks.
Joe from Long Beach now on the phone with us. Good morning, Joe. What's your question for the doctors?
Yes, on a late night radio show, they've been talking about some product called Carnivore. Do you know anything about that?
Carnivore. No, I'm not sure what's in it. Do you know what's in it?
No, they just advertise it's some miraculous something you take. It's on Coast to Coast on late night radio show.
What you have to do is look at, a lot of times they just call things a certain name. They make a proprietary name, and it might be something that we have or know about, but I'm not sure about that name because there's so many things out there on the market.
What does it do? What's it for?
Grows hair on a doorknob.
Well, it sounds like it's the best thing in the world. I've been hearing it advertised for 2 or 3 years on the show. It's supposed to be good for
what ails you, right?
Like a vitamin, I guess.
What I'll do, if you call our store and leave a message, I'll look it up for you and call you back.
We'll get online, do some research, try to find out what it is.
And I'll find out what it is and let you know. But I'm just not sure by that name because there's so many things out there.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, Joe. Got about a minute left. 896-0713, 800-349-0713. If you want to sneak in a quick question for the doctors. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping things up here in just a moment. But remember, next week, talking about weight loss.
Yeah.
And things that you can do besides diet, but it goes along with diet.
Well, of course,
It's
diet is
important.
going to be part of it, like everything else.
it's going to be part of it.
That's the biggest part of weight loss is what you put in your mouth.
Yeah,
Even
definitely.
what we're going to talk about is going to talk about how what you eat plays a role in your probiotics in order to help weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some of it is about diet.
All right. And, of course, they do have a diet there at the store. It's called a low-glycemic diet that, has got a lot of your different food groups on there that you can eat. Good, fair, bad.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised a lot of the great nutritional food that's in that good column.
And
And
we did want to mention, again, we do have a Facebook page. And
Yes.
If everybody will go on Facebook and see what's new and upcoming, and a lot of times when we do get new products, we'll put them on Facebook and we'll keep up the information there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for being with us this week on our Monday morning live edition of Healthy Living South Mississippi. We'll see you next Monday morning. Have yourself a great week.